It's like telling someone not to film you while you're in
I
public.
think you should start saying that. Are they count the people inside the gym, otherwise they get no right to complain?
Yeah. Like everybody, today when I was leaving, someone literally had like that gimbal like mine, but I think the one that followed, and this lady was like holding it like, it's like you wanted to pass it on my excuse. And I'm not even being that dramatic. Oh no. People act like you're breaching. I think what is worse, filming in a private gym or a public gym? Because private is definitely private. So is that allowed?
Well, it's for gym, then I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, like private is even worse. Because like you can't.
What is private?
That's what I was thinking. Like if it's like a private membership gym or my own personal gym becomes private gym. Because people are like, this is a private gym. Like it's some crime scene.
Someone to make it? No, I want some white women in the city.
Yeah, I was like, what? Okay.
He was working because of white women.
I know. He was like, this is a dating site. Bel Air Direct, hi. Hi. Massage P, hi. So guys, I just want to make dinner, and like, if I don't say hi to you on time, don't get mad, please. Okay, thank you so much for joining us. So, it's about that time that we make your evening interesting. Yeah, so today we are making ugali. And for anybody who wants to say again, when did we last make it? Like, when do you remember us making it last? When? Yeah, so we don't have a lot of things to make, and I don't think this is going to take much of your time, so just stick around. Okay, also don't forget to please hit the subscribe button. It's the most important thing to us, your support. Oh, yes. You can questioning what have you done to me? Is to be so in oh no. Jamriana asked me what am I going to cook today. So I'm making some baked fish and some veggies on the side, and also I'm making ugali. So ugali is basically like, due to lack of better words to describe it, it's made with corn flour or maize flour, whichever one is easier. And it's like you just boil the water and you start like mixing after the water is boiled. So you're basically making like a cakeish, something like a cake made with corn or maize flour. Yeah. So I know a lot of people are like, what is corn? I know maize. It's basically the same thing, just like the color changes. Some people say corn is the yellow one and maize is the white one. So to me, they are the same. Yeah, so this is also something that a lot of East Africans eat. So it's like something that I also enjoy eating. Yeah, and I'm trying to not miss it while I'm here. So it's really a big part of my culture. So yeah, that's what we're making. Stick around. Don't forget to subscribe, like the video, leave us a comment, tell us what you're making, tell us if you're enjoying our streams, have you been a fan? Yeah, so thank you. Forward to your friends, let them join in. If you're ever confused about what you want to make for dinner, please watch what we're making. You will never run out of ideas of what to cook, because not only do we show you what we cook every day, we also show you how you can actually make those meals in a very different way, but you're literally making the same thing. So yeah, it's actually very nice. So stick around. The onion is making me cry because I haven't passed it through the tap water yet. So I'm just gonna do that because I can't stand this. I can't stand the crying. Such a crybaby, but not with onions. I don't want to be that person. Okay, so those are set aside. Also, make sure to be washing everything you're using. Be it vegetables, be it tomatoes, onions, be it meat, whatever you're using, just make sure you're washing it. Oh, somebody said they love my cooking. Oh, thank you so much. It's Sunny. Hi, Sunny. Thank you so much. I love it when people actually are kind and nice, rather than just people being negative and upset all the time. Like, I'm all for kindness, you know? Yeah, so thank you so much, Sunny. Yeah, guys, so like I was saying, if you ever run out of ideas of what you want to make for dinner, we are here for you. We are here for you. Like, if you go through the channel, you will see how many times we've made dinner and how lovely the final presentation looks like. So I'm sure there's something for everyone, and you can never go wrong. Because the way I cook my foods are not so complicated. Plus, I explain everything that I put in my meals, from the pot, from the pan to the plate. So everything is explained out for you, so you can't go wrong. And if you ever like get confused, you can always just go back to the stream and watch it, or forward it to where I say what I'm putting in the food. But usually it's very normal, easy to capture recipes. So yeah, anybody actually can make these meals. So I try to make them as simple as possible. I try to use ingredients that are readily available almost everywhere. Yeah, apart from maybe some spices, but I'm sure like you cannot be out of spices wherever you are, because like something like black pepper is something that I like putting in my veggies, and I don't think there's a single place on earth that you can't find black pepper, unless I'm wrong. Okay, but honestly, I doubt that. So I'm always using very simple recipes for literally that reason, so that like people don't miss out on trying to make the meals at home themselves. Yeah. So just make sure you're washing your veggies before cutting them. And like, I know you can't see me washing, but my tap is literally behind me. So that's the reason why you can't see me washing. But I'm washing, and then, yeah, and then I'm cutting them. So Jossam John said mambo. Mambo literally means hi. So hi Jossam, how are you? So whenever you're cooking, if you want to make things easier, just always have like a kitchen napkin or towel next to you like this. You can always dry your hands. Yeah, it makes a lot of things easier. Like when you're cooking and when you're washing stuff, you can always come back and rinse your hands and just continue with the whole thing. So guys, since today I'm baking the fish, I need to start with the fish, but then I just saw like these veggies were looking at me in this like sad state, so I decided I'm gonna cut them out. Yeah, so let me finish all this and then I'm going to start on the fish. Yeah, so just stick around for this. Today I believe we're not gonna take so long because like a lot of the things that we are cooking are not gonna stay too much on the heat. Yeah, basically the fish will be cooking while we're making other things, so yeah. And for everybody that is always subscribing to my channel, I really appreciate you so much. You have no idea. It means a lot to me. Yeah, I'm really trying to get my channel monetized, and anytime somebody subscribes always brings joy to me. So please, every time you're watching us, don't forget to subscribe. It's as simple as tapping on a button and it means a lot to me, okay? So this is taking a lot of time, so I'm just gonna chop it up real fast. Yeah, also be careful not to cut your finger off, okay? So we don't want it to be part of the stew. We just want the food, okay? Just the food for today, no fingers. So just be careful with the knife. Yesterday I almost chopped off my finger by mistake. Yeah, it was like human is to error, and sometimes that error catches up with you. It's so hot today. Yeah, so the thing I love about these bell peppers is once you put them in a meal, they will just automatically like bring out their juice, which is like amazing because like they make this tasty paste that just look like wow. Like I used to think like only tomatoes can do that, but I've realized that in combination with tomatoes and onions, they also make a great paste for the stews. So try to have them, and if you can't like have them all the time, just try to have tomatoes all the time, because tomatoes are a great way of making your soup colorful and juicy. Yeah, so I'm gonna set this aside and then I'm gonna move on to the fish because I don't want to be fighting with it before when this is almost done. Yeah, so this is our fish for today. Okie dokie. Maybe for my chopping board. So first of all, I'm gonna have to rinse these afresh because I was not there when they were being washed or fished. So yeah. Oh. Ooh. Honestly, this is the first time I'm gonna be cooking this fish, and I don't know how that is gonna go because I've never had any fish that is not like cut into a fillet from here. So So yeah, this is actually the first time I'm actually cutting this one up. I don't know what to expect or how it's going to taste. I'm just here for the experience. I'm going to be as shocked as all of you are. So let's hope it goes well. So I have rinsed that one. I don't want it to drip. Fish always gets so messy. So the thing about any cooking that I do, I just try to add spice. Like spice really makes your meals tasty. They bring out the aroma, they kill the bad smell maybe of some meals, and they just make everything lovely. So if you're not experienced with spices, I think maybe you should start maybe small. You can start with black pepper. You don't have to like start so high and you might confuse yourself. Yeah. Start with something like black pepper, cinnamon, something simple, something not so complicated, you know. So yes, spices make food taste nice. And they bring out the aroma. And there's a lot of people who also don't like spices, and I get that. But like if you don't have anything like allergic reaction to them, you should give them a try. They're really a game changer in like meal preparation. Especially where I come from, they just make everything tasty. Like you could be having the most basic food ever on the planet in Africa, and they just add some spice to it, and you're like, who made this? You know, it's like you're in shock. Like, what is this? What am I eating? And someone just says it's just a normal veg or something, and you're like, whoa, what did you put into this? You know. So I feel like if you're somebody who's like trying to really switch up the recipes or the menus that you've been using or your cookbooks and everything, try adding spices. Just like, you could also Google like what goes well, which spices goes well with what. So yeah, that will make everything better. You can give it a try if you're not, if you don't have any allergic reaction, that is. But I know there's a lot of people who are like allergic to some spices, and I'm not talking about those people. Good. Yeah, so our fish is clean. Basically, the middle part had like some dark stuff from the stomach. Yeah, and it's the part that you actually need to concentrate on. So it's the black stain. It's like a stomach wall or something, yeah. It's when you remove the intestines, it's always remaining aside, and it's like it has this bitter taste to it. So you have to clean it up and make sure like it's clean. I'm just gonna rinse up a few of this. There's some of them refusing to come out. Yeah. So yes, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, so guys, don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Tell us if you're enjoying the recipes, if you've been watching from back then when we started cooking, or how has the experience been for you. Just leave us something nice. Leave us a comment. Be kind. Make your presence known. Okay? So some of these actually was stuck with the ice, so they're starting to melt off. Yeah. And it took me watching the third one to actually realize that they can actually come out. I thought they were actually part of the fish, but no. They weren't. Yeah. So good now. Yeah, I also would like to hear if anybody has ever tried these recipes at home. Like, have you tried them? Did you try making something? How did it come out? Was it complicated? Did you find like it's confusing? I would like to know, guys. I would really, really love to know that. Like, is somebody trying my menus? Are you guys trying my recipes or you're just watching? So I just rinsed the container where the fish came with, and I'm gonna pan them in here while I cut them, so I can have more space and less spread of the smell from the fish. Okay. So basically, I don't wanna cut them like because they have bones. I'm going to figure out the best way to cut them. They do actually have a bone, so I'm just gonna cut them round. So that they can actually sit in the oven like that. If it was up to me, I would fry this fish on a pan. But today I wanted to try the bacon, so those are rules. Yeah, so I'm just making like some small slices on the sides so that it cooks all the way through. Basically they're just stripes, so it's not a big deal. You can do this too if you'd like to, but if you don't mind it maybe being not getting to the middle part, then it's fine. I'm just doing this to be safe. Yeah, because like I'm cooking this fish for the first time and I don't know what to expect at all. So for anybody who's like, why are they making so much food for tonight? Yeah, my husband is gonna be there tomorrow for lunch, so we don't like making lunch all over again. That's why sometimes we just double the portion, so we can save time. Actually, this container is amazing. Like, it's wonderful for putting them back in and like mixing the whole thing. It's dripping. I almost feel like this is the first black sea fish that I'm eating, but then I remembered I already ate some like a few weeks ago. Yeah, so I almost overlied. Yep. So yeah, on this to the last part. I hope it's actually tasty, my God, because I love fish so much. I'm from the lakeside, so we love our fish. Yeah, that's why we keep fishing. Okay, so I really wish they could bring like some of African fish to this side, but I guess maybe it might not be enough. They might take them all and there might be nothing left, because sometimes they regulate the fishing industry, and I'm just thinking if that is enough to like increase on prices while it's in Africa, I wonder how that could be like if they had to get them here. I guess if the demand is so high, the fish would have to suffer a lot. So I am done cutting them. This is the first thing I'm gonna wash off before we spread the smell of fish and everything. Also, fish is like those things that you have to be really hygienic with, because you might end up having your entire house smell like fish. Yeah. So I just washed the chopper, the knife. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to marinate it with some spices, some salt, some pepper, some mixed spices. Yeah. Okay, so that is done. You really have to be careful with fish. The smell just lingers on, so you have to be really, really hygienic and careful with it. And sometimes even the smell doesn't go away that fast. That's why it's usually important when you use spices. It mixes the lingering smell of the raw fish with the spice, and then it becomes something entirely different. So yeah, so the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to put my salt on the entire fish. So I need them to be close by, because once I start touching them, I can't be going around. So one is black pepper, one is mixed spices. I don't think I have anything else up there, so that's all I have for now. I'm just gonna add on the salt to this. Ooh, I feel like I put a lot, but then again, this salt never tastes. It never does anything. You try to add it and then oops, now it's too much. So like you have to be careful with it. That's why I'm even like putting it aside, so that like when I transfer it to the oven tray, it's just different. The whatever is left here can be left here. Yeah, so I'm done with the salt. I move on to black pepper. Yep. Oh, this is the next thing we're putting on. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to move on is this mixed spices. Oh Lord. Oh, the mixed spices. I'm not going to put a lot of mixed spices because I'm going to have to put them again. Yeah, but I don't want to oil them here. I'm going to oil the fish on the oven tray. Yeah, because I need the oil to stay with the fish. Yeah, so for now, this is enough. Oh dang. No. Let it something dry. Like this. I have a very, very small working area, so I need to utilize it properly. Okay, so the oven tray is a bit hot because I was heating the oven before. Yeah, so that's the bottom part. You don't want them sticking. I'm just going to spread them out with the spices. So I'm just turning both sides of the fish to get some oil, because otherwise it will cook like it's a some dry food, and it will not have any tantalizing, inviting face. Okay, so this is just what I do to make them come out still looking soft, still looking tasty. Yeah. So I'm just like running them through the oil, turning them around, making sure I'm really utilizing the oil that I just placed down here. Okay, also this helps because the spices now they get to mix with each other. Yep. This is basically what we're doing. We're just turning them around, ensuring they are all covered in oil. Because remember, we want them to cook very softly, like they have to come out looking amazing. Like they did a good job, Kylie. Yeah. So I'm not doing anything rocket science, just running them through the oil. Basically, literally what I'm doing is that. Running them through the oil. I think I'm gonna have to put them, to let them stand. I'll see how that goes, because like, I was thinking of cutting them and spreading them like open, but then again, the bone in the middle is not that it's a big deal, but like, it will become too complicated again. So I'm just gonna either make them lean on one side and then turn them, or make them stand on one side and then turn them. So I think I'm gonna have to make them lean on one side, because my mind just said, no, you can't leave them standing, Sharon. Okay, so we're left with the tails. Now that it's in the pot, I think you've noticed that it's not that much. While it was sitting in this container, it was like a lot. Yeah, considering it's like tiny finger-sized fish. Yeah. I don't know what the camera is showing you, but yo, that's what I'm seeing. And I'm on the ground, so you should believe me. Yeah, so the spices that are left here, I feel sad for them, but I can't help them. No. And just add the spices on top. I think I'll slide off anyway, so no biggie. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to add some mixed spice on top. It has a good color to it. One is missing. Okay, so that's how it is. And then just some, not too much, just a tiny bit of oil. Okay, so it's good. Everything looks lovely, everything looks done. This is how it looks like, just in case you're wondering. Yeah. oiled up, spiced up, done, ready to go in the oven. So I was already heating the oven up because I didn't want them to come in and like sit down. They're gonna come in and start working because we have to keep this going. Okay. I'm going to place them as close as possible to the griller so that they start the journey. So in the meantime, I'm going to continue with everything else that I'm doing while I check on the fish, because we might end up with the final meal and the fish is not ready. Okay, so I was preheating the oven just so when I bring it in, like it doesn't start from scratch, but I've already put them inside, so I'm just gonna it's going to be like a quick start for them. Then I'm gonna turn on the heat and let them start to do their thing. Yeah, so let's do that. My heat is set at 150. Yeah. I wanted by the time I'm almost done, they're almost done as well. And they have been turned to the other side. So for now, I need them to cook in that 150. And then I will change them again to the other side. So next we move to the veggies. Our favorite segment of the dinner preparation, the veggie. The veggie, okay. Let's cut these babies up. We're always like using them in tiny bit because we're trying to economize on them. I don't know if that's a thing where you guys are from, but yeah, we're economizing on them. Like in Africa, obviously, there's plenty of veg everywhere, every day, so. But here it's not the same. Either you get them from very far or they're expensive. So yeah, like the spinach and the cabbage, I have to go to some very far supermarket and get them. So yes. So if you notice the branch is like too mature, you cut it very fast like that, and then you're left with just this, the curly hair, yes, the afro actually. You're left with the afro and the stem, like the tiny bit of stem. So that's how you know like the part is soft. Otherwise, you end up with some crunchy, often crunchy, or the ones that you have to overcook for long. Okay, so I'm just gonna cut them while I put them in the bowl because my chopping board is not that great. It's not huge. Yeah, also I like to steam my veggies and then fry them afterwards. Like after everything is cooked is when I steam them because I like them to keep their natural state of color. I like them staying green, looking nice, looking very polite. Yeah. This one's off. We've got frostbites. Yeah. I don't need any more. I've been trying to preserve it for 3 days, and I think that's enough. That's enough, Karen. That's enough. Okay, so yeah, today is the day they're all gonna go. It's the due date. Okay. But it's also not a lot because like I've used it like twice, I think. Or maybe thrice. I think it's definitely twice. So yeah, so guys, while you're here, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. I'm really trying to grow this channel and it has taken me a lot of time. And like YouTube takes a lot of time. Like I used to hear people say like, if you think you have friends, then start a YouTube channel. And I was like, yeah, I learned that the hard way. Yeah, it's really hard. Like, just telling people like subscribe to my channel, guys. It's like you're asking someone to subscribe to some OF, which is crazy. Because like somebody is your friend or you're cool with them, then just hitting a subscribe button should not be like a big deal, you know? You're just supporting your friends. Like, even when your friends say just subscribe to their channel, please guys subscribe to their channel. Growing a YouTube channel takes a lot of time. And sometimes you just feel like giving up and letting go, but like, what are you going to do? You know? Are you always going to give up on everything you start because it's not working out, you know? So like, please subscribe to the channel. If any of your friends say, can you subscribe to my channel? Subscribe to their channel as well, yes. Because subscription is free on YouTube, yes. So the next thing I'm gonna cut is the broccoli. I feel like she still has a lot of time to go. Unlike, yeah, sorry, the cauliflower, sorry. Unlike the broccoli that was fighting for its life, this one still has life left within. I think maybe it's 1 meal left for cooking for the cauliflower. It's like maybe one more time I can cook it. Maybe one more dinner, maybe one more meal, okay? So just like I did with the broccoli, you just have to take this tiny part that is heavy and put it aside. It's irritating, by the way, like when you have to eat it, it's really irritating, especially if it's hard. Yeah, because like the upper part, the curly part is just soft. Oopsie. So if you don't like your veggies crunchy, you can steam them a bit longer, okay? You can steam them longer so they're soft, and then just have them rest on the side so you can like fry them later after you're done with everything. I mean, that's what I like doing, but I understand like a lot of people don't like their veggies crunchy, yeah? So please, you can just steam them longer so they're soft. Maybe if you're giving to a child or toddler, maybe you have to blend them or something, but if just a grown up and maybe they don't like it to be like crunchy, like the way it tastes like it's raw, just please steam it longer, okay? Don't let people hate your food because they're like, you want to cook the way you want to cook. Alright, so I think like this is left for one more day. Can do one more day, yeah. Yeah, and like, we really have to preserve veggies here because they're not that easy to find. Can you imagine? I'm even taking out the leaves because why not? Like, it's either this or cabbage. And let me tell you something about cabbage. You already know about cabbage. I don't want to tell you. Anyways, so I'm just gonna add the green into this because I want the color to be part of this. And I love how it looks. When they said God's green earth, this was the man. They meant the veggies, okay? They meant the veggies. Guys, this is how it looks chopped up. I know it doesn't have any exciting colors, but I'm gonna add some grated carrot into this, so don't leave me, don't leave me, don't go, Grife, don't go, don't run, don't run, don't run. Okay, so remember, we clean as we go. So now that I'm done with the veggies, I'm gonna clean up this, bring out the carrot, slice it, add it to the veggie, and then we can start the ugali cooking process. While also still paying attention to our fish. Otherwise, we will end up with fish that is ready and everything else that is not. Well, so far, we're not doing so bad. Okay, so one day I will be able to talk about how hard it is to grow a YouTube channel. But for now, let me just cry about it, okay? It's easier if I cry. Yeah. So, I know there's a lot of people who are like, how do you do it? How would you like to do it? First of all, it's time consuming. you know, a lot of time consuming. And plus, if you're not somebody who is like constantly where there is Wi-Fi, then you have to use a lot of internet data, which I used to do in Nairobi because I didn't have Wi-Fi, but I have like internet data, and that was like mobile data. Yeah, so that took a lot. Like we have a SIM card provider that is called Safaricom, and they're like, we're giving you these bundles for a whole month. Yes, they end up running out in 1 week, so you have to be buying a whole month's data for a week, every single week. And they're like, well, we didn't say it's for a whole month. We said, how are you using it? So yes, there's scams everywhere. Everywhere, you name it. Let's move on to the steaming veggies. I think I need to add some tomatoes into this today because I am tired of having it the way it is. I just want it to look different for today, because I'm always like trying to twist the menu and bend the rules of the cooking to my preference. So I'm gonna wrap this up and put it in the fridge. Okay. Also, another thing that really discourages people from having YouTube channels is the copyright issues. People are like, oh, pick a niche, pick something that you want to do, be specific. You're going to confuse YouTube. YouTube is not going to push your videos. And the whole time you're just stressing out, like, out of my 13 subscribers, what will I do? How am I going to make it, you know? So there's the copyright issue where like you have to change them, and sometimes when you change them, because like for example, I do live streams for fitness sessions on Saturday because that is my rest day from the gym, and I've already danced to this music. Now the copyright comes up, so I have to again go to YouTube audio library and change the music. So like basically you just see me doing this, but like the music's like like it's maybe rock music or something, but I was dancing to maybe some soft Swahili songs, and I'm like, okay, what's happening? So it's confusing. That's why I'm like, you have to really watch it to understand what exactly I'm saying. But if you've seen my videos, you will get it. So if at some point you're watching and you're like, why is this not aligning to the music? That's the reason. Okay, so my water is almost done. My fish is not doing so bad either, so I guess the stars are on my side. Yay! Okay. feel like I'll do just one part because I have had enough. The fish is starting to bring out the aroma and it's lovely. Yeah, so you're not going to touch it water, right? No. I don't want the drum. Yes, I'm not. So I think from now on, I'm going to put our ugali pot along because our fish is basically doing amazing work in here. I'm falling in love with this meal. Okay, so I'm just going to put our pot for ugali to start heating the water so we can start fighting with the ugali as well, like we fight with everything. Okay guys, so for anybody who's new to this channel, I do live stream fitness sessions at the gym every single day. On days that I don't go to the gym is on Saturday, which is my rest day. And during that day, I do live dance fitness sessions at home. So yeah, every evening I do live stream for cooking. If that is something that interests you, like today. So this is not our first live stream cooking. Yeah, so just subscribe to the channel, get to interact with us, get to help us grow this channel. Yeah. And we're also always trying like new things. We might say today we're making fish, but maybe we're making it differently. We might say like today we are making rice and we're making it differently. Like we're always just trying to make food as interesting as possible because I know at the end of the day, they get to a point where your menu is just, you're like, this is boring. Like, do I have to eat? Like, must I eat? And like, if you're alone, maybe I can say it's excusable, it's okay. Because sometimes people get bored eating alone. But like, when you have like a family, they're like, what's for dinner? What are you cooking? Why are you not cooking dinner? You know, like, people are on your neck, like, are we having dinner today? Like, everybody is asking you while you're completely losing your shit. You're losing your shit, and people are like, what is for dinner? Can you tell us what dinner is? What are we having for dinner? And you're like, I don't know either, okay? Leave me alone. So yeah, I'm not saying I'm that person, but I feel for everybody who's like that because for me, this is like a passion. I love cooking. I love anything that has to do with meals. I wanted to be a chef at some point in my life. I still did. Well, I worked in hospitality industry, so I know how much of a social life that career takes from someone. Like you literally don't have a life, yeah, at all with your family. You could be making 5-star meals, and when you go home, you just want to drink porridge and sleep. So, well, it has a side. So, but still, the passion for cooking is within me, and I feel like I get to use it to make meals for my family, and that's still a win for me. Like a win is a win, you know, a win is a win. Like that's a win for me. It might not be a win for somebody else. They're like, well, you're cooking for people in the house. Yeah, that's the whole point. Okay, I'm not gonna grate the carrot in here because when I do, it's going to take a lot of time to strain it out, and also because I'm grating it, so it's a tiny straight pieces, okay? So when I grate it, I'm going to fight with them basically to take them out of the water, and that's going to be a mess. So I've washed it, I've peeled it, I'm going to put it aside. The next thing I need to cut is this, green bell peppers. You guys following? Great. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Also remember, I am steaming my veggies fast because if I put them the way they are, like even if I wash them and I put them in the pan, they are not 100% clean because you can never wash broccolis and cauliflower correctly because they have like stuffed garbage in those curries. So you just have to like dip them in hot water. In as much as it's steaming them, it's also washing them. So you get to do that. Yeah. This one just going to cut next to this one because it's a bigger working area. So our water for the veggie has boiled. It's coming to a boil nicely, and that's our cue to dump in the veg and take them out. This is it. I'm going to dump it in and not take it out. Anybody that has ever cooked broccoli and cauliflower knows that it's so hard to actually get cold water through to these things. You literally have to wash it in hot water because there's no any other way you're going to get the garbage out of it. It's amazing veggie and all that, but yo, you're obsessed with things being in order like I am, you have to do something about that. And that is why I often opt to just steam them in hot water, then take them out. So you're not supposed to let them sit for too long because I like to see them still green while I serve. Okay, it just excites me. I don't know. You can call it obsession with food. Yeah, I am obsessed with food. Anything else? Yeah. So, why is my light blinking? Yeah, so this is it. You are not supposed to let it sit here for long, okay? Remember, you're not trying to cook it. You're trying to steam it. So you're basically just turning it around. The bottom goes down, the bottom comes up, the top goes down. Basically, it's like you're passing it through the heated water. Yeah. Also, it's good because you're also washing it. This is literally washing it in a very, very serious way. You're killing any bacteria that is in here. So then you start straining it out. Ensure you have this straining spoon or a sieve would still do. Yeah, so you see, they're still very green. That is the beauty, one of the major beauties of this veggie. Like if there was something else, maybe I would dip it like that, then it would come out green or sorry, not green, gray, brownish somehow, but not this one. This takes time. Takes a lot of time, a lot. Okay, just straining it. So I smell the fish aroma is coming out from the oven, and I'm just going to take a look at it, switch it up a little, turn the ones that I said I was going to turn. So this is our veggie, still very green, you see? It even became more greener than it was before. So how it is here is how I need it, and then I'm going to put the carrot on top of it. Stay with me. Yes, in the meantime, I'm going to take out the fish, and I'm going to basically see which side is cooking properly, which side needs to turn, things like that. I'm going to place it here. This needs to go. It is done. your phone. I wanna kiss your lips for real. That was warmed up. Ooh. Ooh. The fish looks lovely, guys, so I'm just gonna turn. If it doesn't fall off. I'm just going to turn the other part that was lying in oil to go up because I love the crusty part so much. Also, I want to be careful not to burn myself and not to mess up with the fish. This one just decided it can't take the heat on that side anymore. Yeah, so I just need it to like turn. I need the crust on both sides. Not that this side is bad, but like, why am I whispering? Don't I live here? Okay, so I'm just turning them. That looks amazing, like it's looking what I was looking for, so I just hope it tastes as amazing as it looks. So I just want the other side to also get a bit of crunch. Also, it's hot, so you have to be careful if you're doing this. So both sides, I just need them to know that I love them so much, that's why I'm just keep on frying them down. Yes. I'm gonna leave that in there for some time. Yeah. Moving on, our ugali water is placed in an heated part of the pan, part of the stove. So I was trying to utilize that, and now that it's off, let's move on. So basically, in the meantime, let me just grate this, and then add it to that. Then we cook ugali, and then we cook the veg, and we are done. That will be all. When you're doing this, be careful not to slice your finger. You don't want it in the middle. Just be careful how you put your finger, how you place your hand, while you're grating. Yep, I did it all. So since I don't want to mess, I'm just going to open that like that. Okay. So to everybody that has made it to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe to our channel. Okay, it's all we ask. Yeah, and like Maintain your comments to be respectful, because otherwise YouTube asks us to delete them. Yeah, so we don't interfere in spread of hate or anything else. So just be mindful of your comments. Yeah, and as we wait for the ugali to boil, the water for ugali to boil, before we start cooking it, we are just going to clean up anything that we have used. This is how I ensure, like, by the time I'm done, everything is clean in the kitchen, and I don't have to like wash a lot of things after dinner. Yeah, so basically you wash anything that you don't need to use, like the knife that you're done cutting stuff with, the chopping board, you know, stuff like that. Just clean it up. It helps you a lot when you're done, because you're going to be done and it's going to be like exhausting to do all that work again. So just wash up as you go. We're almost done, guys. Just a few more minutes and we can show you how the presentation looks like. Yeah. Also make sure to like, make sure to engage us, tell us where you're watching us from. Have you tried any of these meals? Have you tried making them? Would you try to make them if you are in a position to? Yes. So we keep leaving this open. Okay, so basically, fish is doing amazing on the other side, and within a few minutes I think I need to turn it off. Yeah, but since everything is almost done, I'm going to just start making the veggie on this side, because we want everything to be ready at the same time when it's time to do. So I've cleaned everything that I've used while I was cooking. Yeah. Oh. Ugali water is ready. We used to say, Mom, Mom, it's ready. That is when we didn't know how to cook, yeah. So your mom would just leave you there to watch. If it's boiling, then you say, "Ma, it's ready." So basically, I'm going to cook two things at the same time. Okay. I know it sounds crazy, but you can actually do it. I believe in you. A lot. I believe in you a lot. Okay? So with ugali, you can either take out some water while you're starting. That's what I did here. But just in case you miss to add enough, or you put too much flour, like I suspect this one is going to behave like. There's nothing I hate more than cooking ugali in a pan that is non-stick. It makes it wax. If you think cooking it in some 3-stoned wood using stove is hard, try cooking it in a non-stick pan. You're basically fighting with the flour, you're fighting with the crust on the bottom not to go up. You're fighting with everything. It just becomes a lot harder because like you have to be constantly turning it. So what I'm doing is I'm spreading it so that all the lumps, all the flour lumps in the ugali can actually like flatten out, so that when you're eating it, you don't get them. Okay. That's exactly what I'm doing when I'm like flattening it out. Also, I'm always trying not so that the crust doesn't follow it up, but it always does. So at some point, I'm just gonna peel it off. It's too attached. This is the problem with cooking ugali in a non-stick pan. The crust keeps coming up. Okay, we're doing great with that. I just spread it out so that the heat can walk all over it. And here we're doing our veggie. This baby over here, that's what we're doing. currently just adding the remaining everything in there. Yeah, and also watching over our fish so it doesn't burn. Like multitasking, guys. Multitasking. Okay? Let's see. Not bad, actually. So one thing that I've learned when I'm cooking it in a non-stick pan is that if I spread it out evenly every corner of the pan and I don't leave out any open areas, it doesn't create the crust. Somehow it just, I don't know, simmers, warms up the whole thing, and it's one of the things that I've actually discovered. Ugali is so hard to cook on a non-stick pan, it's crazy. But then again, the inventors of non-stick pan did not think we wanted to cook ugali, so they're like, well, that sounds like you problem. That's a you problem, not my problem. Okay, so now that my tomatoes, my bell peppers and everything is ready, I'm gonna pick this up and add it there. There. I'm doing it with my hands because I steamed the veg and it has released some water and I don't want that water in my veggie again. That's why I'm using my very clean hands, which I'm going to also use to eat, okay? Before you judge me. That's why I'm also using it to eat. Because ugali is not supposed to be eaten with a fork and knife, guys. You eat it with your hands. You basically hold it and you turn it like this and then you like, okay? It's not primitivity, it's just how it's eaten, okay? Eating with your hands doesn't make you primitive, okay? Learn. Culture. Okay, so I feel like our ugali is ready. Oopsie. So when it's ready, you're supposed to just make it into a ball, like a round ball. Okay? Usually it's very easy to do with the pan that doesn't stick. Does stick, yes. A sticky pan. So with a sticky pan it's usually very easy to do. But because I'm using non-sticky is giving me trouble. So yeah, it's done. I'm just going to take it out. Set it aside. Set it. The song, yeah? Whoopsie. Whoopsie. And that's our ugali. I know, it's like, probably Kenyans are like, what the fuck? What is that small thing you cook? Yeah. It's the ugali. Kenyans are probably wondering, that ugali is for like some baby. Why? Why you make such a small ugali? Well, that is all I can do with a pan. Also, you have to cover it because you need it to be moist and like to maintain the warmth so that it's not dry. It doesn't run out of moisture. Thank you guys. I hope you understand, okay? Yep. And now we're left with the veggie. Our chicken, my bad, our fish seems to be ready, Your Honor. Okay, so this is the container for the leftover flour. Leftover food. Any leftover flour, any that I've used that is halfway, lives in that. Rent free. Why? That corner is too tight. Somebody said, is this Iba? Who is Iba? Oh, the ugali. Somebody's asking, is this Iba? It's called ugali. I don't know where it's called Iba, but we call it ugali in East Africa. So if you Google ugali, you will find it. So my veggies are done, but they're dry. I'm just gonna add a bit of oil. The next thing I'm doing is salt, pepper, black pepper to be specific, and then we're out. That's it. Okay? And then we're out completely. So this goes out. And I like to use the crunchy black pepper because it's not as spicy as the one I came with. It's from here. Yeah. And some salt, as promised. Only salt and black pepper in my veggie. Salt, black pepper, and oil. That's all I use. Salt, black pepper, all I use. Okay, so guys, this is how my veggie looks like. There. That is the color I am always aiming for. It has to be green. Like I said, it's done. We move on to the very exciting segment, which is the serving. Don't move. Don't move, oh, I beg you, oh, don't move. If you blink, you're gonna miss this. So the first thing we're going to serve is the veggie on the plate. I already turned off the oven for the fish that was baking, so that is that. And for anybody who might be wondering why is she cooking? Why is she cooking ugali with broccolis and cauliflower? It's all I have, okay? It's all I have. Don't arrest me, okay? So the next thing is the fish. The fish, guys, the fish. Yeah, so I'm a fish girl, so you know, I love my fish a lot. Okay, and this meal is a 10 out of 10. 10 out of 10. Okay. This is our fish still looking the bomb. I want to be wearing these. Okay. So, ooh. I like they look amazing. They're giving crusty and spicy and soft on the inside. Very soft. I hope they taste great too, because I'm also going to taste them for the first time, just like you all are watching. You're not so far from me. I'm tasting them for the first time too, so. Okay, so that is the 2 portions. Oopsie, don't mind me. Okay, and then you cut the ugali and you add it to the mix. I wanted to do a bit of like tomatoes and onions fried on the side and add it to the fish, but then I realized like it's not going to change anything. It's not going to change anything. You will have to eat the tomatoes and onions from this. So This is our final presentation. It looks very African, by the way. Very, extremely. Okay, if there was no cauliflower and the broccolis, it would even look more traditional. Okay, so on the right here we have our broccolis and cauliflowers and carrots. Left, fish. Up here, north, ugali. Okay, ugali. So this is what we're having for dinner today. Thank you so much. You guys have been amazing watching us through. And I always do these live streams every single day. There was no special anything I mixed up to this recipe. I think you all saw me make it from scratch for everybody that was here. Yeah, so thank you so much for keeping us engaged. Thank you for the comments. Even those that are actually saying inappropriate things, like you just woke up and chose violence, but okay. Anyway, I do these live stream cookings every single day of the evening. I make meals and I show you how they are made. Very simple recipes. You can try them at home, anywhere you are. You can check out our channel. Please subscribe to our channel. You will also find other recipes, everything that I have cooked right here every evening. And I am sure you will never run out of meals to cook at home. So thank you from us. This is our dinner. I hope you like how it looks. Actually, even if you don't think it's tasty, it is. But I hope you really like how it looks. Thank you so much and have a lovely night. Thank you so much to everybody that is sending us messages. What do you mean, how much does it cost? It's just fish, cauliflower, broccolis, carrots, and this is corn flour. You can make ugali with corn flour. If you Google ugali, you will see it. It's corn flour. So yeah, some people call it maize, some people call it corn. It's the same thing, only the color changes. So thank you so much, and please enjoy your dinner. Is this something that you'd really try to make at home? And if not this, out of all the things that we have cooked, would you try those? Have you tried those? Next time, let us know. But for us, we are done. This is all we made today. So good night, and hope to see you tomorrow. Bye.